So let's say a group is considering excerpting for the first time or maybe the 20th time. Because
of course, right.
You know, we have those groups.
Sure.
What would your advice be to them as a first time or a 20th time excerpting group? And what are some things they need to know?
Wow, great question. So, and I think you're right. This applies to a group that has never excerpted or a group that's been excerpting for a while. Because you think you might know all the things. You might not know all the things. So let's talk about, first and foremost, any group that wants to excerpt, you have to be a member of OCTA. You can be a member of ACT, but unless you're a member of OCTA, you cannot excerpt. That really boils down to you need to have paid your dues. Money, yes, in fact. Couple of things about excerpting. It is a 40-minute excerpt of a continuous section of a show that you have done in this past season. And this past season is defined as the date immediately following last year's regional up to the date before. I know.
I learned something new
You learn
today.
something new every day, up until the date of our current regional. So any show that you have produced, you can excerpt. You do have to provide written permission from the royalty houses. That can be a bear, folks. So
Do
make
it
sure-
early.
Do it early. Words to live by. Do it early.
Actually a tip.
Ask often and
Yeah.
ask early.
As a tip, when you apply for your royalties, for your rights for your season, go ahead and say, hey, we were considering excerpting this. What would be the steps to get royalties to do that? And a lot of groups will give it to you up front.
Absolutely, absolutely. So those are pretty major things to know. You also have to have at least 75% of your original cast in their original roles in order to be eligible. If you need to make substitutions, you absolutely can. But if you need to substitute 50% of your production, you're not eligible. At least that production will not be eligible to excerpt. There are lots of other technical things that we can talk about. Stage space, lighting, what equipment is going to be at the facility. All those types of things are going to be on the ACT website that you can go and look at. We'll talk about some other things that maybe you've heard in the past that might not be necessarily what is a thing, but we'll talk about that later.
Welcome to my favorite segment of today.
It's my favorite segment.
It's Myth Busting 101. Mary, I'm going to put you to the test because today I'm going to give you the myth and then you're going to bust it.
I'm ready to bust the myths.
Okay.
Amanda, ask the question.
All right. So there is a mandatory 5-minute setup period if I am excerpting.
False.
What?
Yes, there is not a mandatory 5-minute setup. It is 40 minutes. If you choose to take 20 minutes to set up, you can do that. You will only have 20 minutes to perform. On the other side, if you choose to get all of your setup done in 1 minute, you have 39 minutes to perform. So that 40 minutes is yours to do whatever you want to do. But note, friends, you have 40 minutes. That is it.
And Mary, could you clarify too then what's striking after your excerpt is when you end?
Absolutely. Strike is a 5-minute maximum time to strike. So once your 40 minutes is over, you and your crew can take all of your stuff and strike. You will get 5 minutes to do that. But that is not part of your performance time.
Yeah, so at once the 40-minute reaches, that's it.
That's it.
Done. And it's called time. We have a timekeeper and it's called time.
And blackouts will happen, people. Blackouts will happen. It is a thing.
All right, my favorite.
Okay, tell me.
This is my favorite because I was told it so many times in all of my 25 years of excerpt.
Tell me more. Let's hear it.
I was told that if you stepped out of the grid, Mary, you would be disqualified.
Oh, Amanda. That is so untrue. You can step outside of that grid all you want. You can go down to the edge of the stage and dangle your feet on the edge of the stage if you so choose. You will not be disqualified for doing such a thing. What will happen is you will not be lit very well. Unless you bring in your own lighting equipment or you use the follow spot that can be provided by the theater, you just won't be lit very well. But you 100%, my friend, can step outside that grid.
Yep, that grid is there simply to have lighted areas for the stage.
That is correct. You could do the whole thing outside of the grid if you wanted. If you wanted to be crazy, you could do that.
Boy, that's really thinking outside of the box.
Oh, see what I did there?
I
See, this is why. This is we're a good team.
All right. So we know that if they step out, it's not a big deal.
Nope.
So they will still be adjudicated even if they're outside of the box.
They will, in fact. That is also a myth, that they will not be adjudicated. If your actors step outside of the grid, they will still be adjudicated. Do you know when they will not be adjudicated? If you go past your 40 minutes and the blackout happens. Anything that happens after that blackout, you will not be adjudicated. But those 40 minutes, whether you're dangling your feet on the edge of that stage or not, you will be adjudicated.
So if I go past 40 minutes,
yes,
I'm automatically disqualified.
Not true.
Oh, no. Tell me more, Mary.
Well, you will not be disqualified. Basically what I said is you will not be adjudicated past that blackout point. But the responders will, in fact, adjudicate what they saw in those 40 minutes.
You might have to do it with the house lights up, but you can finish.
You can finish if you so choose. If you want to sing that song and get it out there and your favorite line is at the end of that excerpt, by God, say it. You won't get adjudicated though.
So just in case people were wondering, we have something called the PIC meeting. It's a great day, especially if you've never been in whatever theater space is hosting the regional competition. It's an opportunity for you to come in and not only get your PIC time, turn in your paperwork and do everything you need to do to compete, but it's also an opportunity for you to see the theater space. Right. So you get a chance to see what backstage looks like, you get a chance to see what the stage setup looks like, you can take a walk to the tech booth, see the soundboard, see the lighting board, take a look at the follow spot that's available.
Right.
All of these things are available to you by attending the PEC meeting, which is usually held the month before the competition.
And that is a super exciting day because that's when all of the placements, and you know what groups are going to be doing which shows and when they're going to be. That's when we get our run of shows scheduled. Very exciting day. Very exciting day.
And if you don't have your rights on that day, unfortunately, you can't participate.
Too bad, so sad, folks. Too bad, so sad.